Good evening, everybody. Well, hello, B1 class. How are you? Then, today, as you know, we have to correct quantifiers. Yeah, because we were talking about using too much technology nowadays and be addicted to technology, and then we needed a digital detox. Then, are you ready? So everybody take your grammar bank. It was on page 221, everybody, unit 9, 9b. Then take the box, open the box on this page 221, 221, and let's start the correction as well as explanation. And later on, we'll have a very interesting reading comprehension and we'll explain how to write an article. But what kind of article? A for and against article, con ventajas, advantages and disadvantages that you have to include in your article writing. Ready? Steady, go, everybody. And now, here it is, the grammar explanation. Quantifiers. Then remember, we can express large quantities with a lot of, lots of, or loads of. But with a lot of, lots of, and loads of, we need a noun. Mucho de qué? Aplicaciones, ropa y veces. When there is no noun, quan no hi ha ningú substantiu, que són respostes curtes, fiquem a lot. I love you a lot. I eat a lot. I study a lot. I work a lot. No diguem ningú substantiu. Negative and interrogative, we use many for countable, many cafes, many friends for negative and interrogative, and for negative and interrogative and countable, we use much. Do you watch much TV? I don't eat much chocolate. And when we have a lot of, then we can use plenty of. Then we have small quantities, little uncountable, few countable. Then we have too plus an adjective or an adverb to emphasize. It's too noisy, demasiado ruidoso, or with an adverb, too quietly, speaking too quietly. More than we need, demasiado for uncountable, too much traffic, too much air, too much pollution. But for countable nouns, too many tourists, too many people. Then we have enough before nouns, and for example, enough parks, enough trees, but we have to use adjective before enough, frequent enough, frequently enough. And then we have zero quantity, there isn't any, or there is no, they were similar. Well, you had all the theory, and now we move on correction number 1. Let's see. Exercise A said, cycle the correct word or phrase, or tick if both are possible. Let's see. Number 1. I just have to reply to, well, it's a noun, emails with an S, then it's countable. Then pocos emails, but for countable, a few or a little. What do you think? Countables, a few, emails, because it's countable, a few emails. Let's go on. Number 2. Do you spend, well, the noun, it's time, it's a question. Then do you spend much time or do you spend many time on social media? Time is uncountable. Then, do you spend for uncountable? Much time. Very good. Maybe you need better to look at me while I'm explaining, yeah? I don't know, but maybe. Let's go on. Now, my bedroom is a nice size. There is enough room or plenty of room for a desk. Tiene un tamaño es bastante grande, por tanto, que hay bastante espacio, porque room puede ser espacio. Enough delante del sustantivo o plenty of room for a desk o mucho espacio para una mesa de estudio. Las dos son válidas. ¿Por qué? Ay, no tengo aquí para poner un tick, voy a poner un más, ¿vale? Como que los dos están bien, ¿vale? Porque enough delante del sustantivo está correcto y plenty of delante del sustantivo está correcto. Y tiene un tamaño que me cabe seguro un desk. A desk. 4. I know very few people or I know very little people who speak two foreign languages. Conozco muy poca gente que hable dos idiomas extranjeros. People. Can we count people? ¿Pueden contar la gente? That's a way. One person, two people, three people, four people. It's countable. Then with countable, few or little. Very good. Very few people. Se puede contar la gente, claro que sí. Les personas se contan. Number 5. My brother has downloaded a lot of or lots of apps onto his new phone. They are synonyms and both of them are correct. A lot of, or lots of. Both are correct. Number 6. I have some cash on me, but not a lot. I have some cash on me, but not a lot of. A lot of. No hay sustantivo, por tanto, a lot of no puede ser. Cuando no hay sustantivo, poníamos a lot. Es una short answer. Mucho. ¿De qué? No decimos qué es. Ya hemos dicho que era cash. Entonces diremos a lot. No hay sustantivo, a lot. Number 7. Their new TV is big. Big is adjective. Then too big, too was adjetivo, or too much big. Of course, too más adjetivo, big. Porque poníamos el much o el many para decir si el sustantivo era contable o incontable. Big is an adjective. Too plus adjective, big. Very good. Now, 8. There aren't any potatoes, negative and any, or there are no potatoes, affirmative, no. Very good. Lo que estaba prohibido en inglés era hacer dos negativas. There isn't, no, eso estaba prohibido, ¿vale? Entonces, cuando hay negativa any, there aren't any potatoes, o afirmativa con no, there are no potatoes. Very good. Number 9. My niece isn't old enough or enough old to play with a games console. Está el enough y old es adjetivo. ¿Qué norma decía el enough? Very good. Adjective plus enough. Muy bien. Old, enough. Adjetivo delante de enough. Very good. And the last one, let's see. I don't have a lot of close friends. I don't have many close friends. Both. A mí me gusta más I don't negativa many, pero a veces está bien I don't have a lot of friends. Then both of them could be possible. Well, how was it? ¿Qué tal os hizo? ¿Ver? Ah, it's correct. The exercise B. Then you have here the correction. And now let's see, right or wrong. And if it's right, it's okay, but if it's wrong, we have to correct wrong ones in the correction list. Number 1. How many presents did you get? A lot of. A lot of. ¿De qué? A lot of. ¿Es sustantivo? No. Entonces está mal. ¿Vale? It's wrong. ¿Cómo corregimos? There is no noun, no es sustantivo. Entonces, ¿qué diríamos? A lot. Punto. A lot. Well, 2. I buy fewer ebooks than I used to because I prefer physical books. I buy fewer ebooks than I used to. Books. Can you count ebooks? Yeah, it has a plural, we can count. Then with countable, can we use few? Yes, of course. Then it's right. Positive, it's right. Yeah, it's right. Number 3. There isn't no time to walk there. We'll have to get a taxi. Cuidado, está mal seguro, porque hacemos dos negativas. ¿Y los ingleses qué entienden aquí? Entienden que si no hay no tiempo, si no no hay, es que sí que hay. ¿Vale? Entonces está mal. Entonces, con una negativa, ¿qué ponemos? Con negativa ponemos N. ¿Y si no quiero poner negativa? ¿Qué quiero poner afirmativa? No time. Muy bien. ¿Vale? Es decir, podemos decir there isn't any time, en negativa el any, o en afirmativa con el no. Very good. ¿Ya? There isn't any time, con negativa el any, no hay tiempo, o there is no time. ¿Ya? These were 2 options. 4. Please turn the music down. It's too much loud. Loud es an adjective. Too much era para sustantivos incontables, entonces está mal. ¿Qué pondríamos? Too plus adjective. Too loud. Much, not. 5. There aren't many good programs on TV tonight. Very good, negative. And many or countables. Perfect. Number 6. My broadband isn't enough fast for me to download films easily. Mi banda ancha no es lo suficiente rápida para que pueda bajarme las películas de manera fácil. Well, enough, an adjective. Fast is an adjective. No, it's wrong. Isn't, adjective, plus enough. Isn't fast, adjective, enough. ¿Vale? Adjetivo delante de enough. Then, number 7. Let's see. Com aneu bé? If you have any doubt, email me. Envia'm un email en qualsevol dubte. I get too much emails at work. Emails, countables. It's a noun. Too much. No, too much was for uncountables. Then we need a countable. Too many emails. Too much or too many más sustantivo, pero como es contable, too many emails. Very good. Number 8. How much food do we have? Any? Any? In short answer, there is no noun. ¿Cómo hacíamos las respuestas cortas? Para dir res de res. None. None. Can you buy some? None. Nos queda res de res. No hay sustantivo. Tengo que poner none. ¿Vale? Es una short answer. El any siempre en una oración, en negativa. Let's see, number 9. There are only a little people that I can talk to about my problems. There are only a little people. Can we count people? Yeah, 1 person, 2 people, 3 people. Then a little is for uncountable. Está mal. Then the right answer is a few people. A few people. Poca gente. And let's see. Chan. Karen has plenty of money. So she always has the latest phone. Plenty of money. It's a synonym más que suficiente. A lot of. Then it's totally right. It's correct. Is it clear now with the correction? Then you have more practice on the Oxford online practice and you have your workbook. Then you have loads of correction, and moreover, I'm going to send you quantifiers, yeah, more grammar. I'm going to take note of that to send you at the end of the video. I'm going to send you quantifiers, yeah, if you want to extend more on that. Then let's say now move on a very interesting reading. Let's go back on page 150 for your reading. It's a very interesting reading, yeah, very interesting reading. Then the reading says, page 150, are you there? Do you have the book? Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you different questions for you to think about then. Who has a more organized digital life? Then, for example, how many photos do you have on your phone? Are they organized into albums? How quickly could you find a photo you wanted to show someone? I have to confess, I'm very untidy. My digital life is totally disorganized, yeah? But do you have any apps on your phone you never use? Of course, I think that everybody has loads of apps that we never use. How many emails accounts do you have? Approximately how many emails do you have in your inbox? La bandeja de entrada es inbox. Well, now because I'm working online, you are sending me, I have loads of emails in my inbox, bandeja de entrada. How many songs do you have on your phone or MP3 player? Then if you have so many songs, do you listen to them regularly? How many friends do you have on Facebook? Are they real friends? I don't think so. How many people in your contacts have you not contacted in the last year? We have loads of contacts. I have many friends, but how long? Or when was the last time you called one of these friends? It's crazy, yeah? How many different passwords do you have? How do you remember them? It's very difficult, yeah? The more passwords we have, the more difficult it is. What's the wallpaper on your phone or computer screen? Do you change them very often? And the last one, how many digital devices do you have that you never use? For example, old phones, camera that you are, they are at home, but you don't know when to throw it away. Then, this reading deals with that. Digital organization. Yeah? It says, look at the title of the article and the 11 headings. Tick the areas of your digital life that you think you need to tidy up. The heading is 11 ways to tidy up your digital life. 11 maneras de ordenar tu vida digital. An introduction stands like that. A clean, tidy room makes you feel better about your home. In the same way, a tidy phone, tablet, or computer makes you feel better about your digital life. So, if your digital life is a mess, try these tips. The benefits are huge. Then there are tips, recommendation. Nos recomiendan cómo organizar todos los que tenemos en nuestra vida digital, ¿no? Todos los artilugios, todos los mecanismos digitales para que sea nuestra vida más ordenada. 11 ways to tidy up your digital life. 1. Inbox messages. Mensajes de la bandeja de entrada. 2. All software or apps. Yeah? 3. Photos. 4. Music and movies. 5. Facebook friends. 6. All contact information. 7. Passwords. 8. About email marketing. 9. Email accounts. 10. Desktop background or wallpaper. And the last one, 11. All digital devices. These paragraphs have to do with different tips. If you can have a look, I have here written down 11 numbers, because in the text you can see in each paragraph you have a missing word. You have to read, and you are going to pause the video, you are going to read it, you are going to read, and you have to fill in the gaps with these words. Answer, choose, click, delete, find, forget, keep, make, recycle, set up, and update. I think that the meaning is very easy. Maybe the one that you don't know, it's update. Do you remember what was the meaning of update? Actualizar. Muy bien. Very good. Then, now pause the video, and now you have to read the article and fill in the gaps with these words. Then I'm going to let you time. Take your time because we are going to correct. But before, I would like to read. Well, 1. Inbox messages. Most people have too many emails in their inbox. You don't have hundreds of unopened, or unanswered letters in your house, so why should you have hundreds of unopened or unanswered emails? If you can an email in less than 2 minutes, do it right away. If it will take longer, don't leave it in your inbox. Move it into a work in progress folder and reply later. Well, I think it's a very good tip. Then, what do you think it could be the correct verb or the correct verb? Because most of them are verbs. Then, if you can answer, then if you can answer it, then answer it as soon as possible. Then gap 1 is answer. If you can answer an email in less than 2 minutes, do it right away. Very good. Let's see number 2. All software or apps. Uninstall software or apps that you don't use. This will allot more space on your hard drive or phone. What do you think? This will make, very good, a lot of space. Very good. This will make a lot of more space on your hard drive or phone. Very good. Let's see number 3. Photos. You wouldn't put bad photos in a physical photo album. So, don't keep bad photographs or videos on your phone. Just delete them. Having poor quality photos just makes it more difficult to take a good photo when you need one. What do you think? Having poor quality photos just make it more difficult to find, to find a good photo. You have lots of photos storing there and you never find the good one. It always appear the bad ones. Well, number 4, music and movies. One of the best things about digital media is that you have every song and movie at your fingertips. Unfortunately, one of the worst things about digital media is that you have every song and movie at your fingertips. Any music or movie files that you are never going to listen to or watch again. What do you think? What's the tip? ¿Qué consejos donen? Tienes cada canción o cada película o sea, a tu alcance, at your fingertips, las huellas dactilares, your fingertips, a las puntas de los dedos, sería a tu alcance. At your fingertips, me encanta. At your fingertips. Then what's the recommendation? The tip, delete. ¿Qué era delete? Borrar. Delete any music or movie files that you are never going to listen to or watch again. Aneu borrant, aneu borrant i no anem per ahí guardant tot. Very good. Let's see number 5, Facebook friends. Having too many friends on Facebook makes it more difficult to in touch with the ones you really care about. You can follow Facebook friends without them knowing, so you won't hurt their feelings. Then, if you have too many friends on Facebook, it makes it more difficult to. Very good. It's a sentence, keep in touch. Mantenerse en contacto, en inglés es keep in touch with the real ones, yeah. Then what's the tip? What's the tip? You can unfollow Facebook friends, okay, without them knowing. No van a saber mai, per tant, deixa de seguirlos, unfollow. Number 6, all contact information. Contact information regularly and delete contacts you no longer need. Most people don't do this often enough. Then what's the tip? What do you think? Number 6, what's the tip? Update, actualiza. What do we have to update the contacts? We should update the contacts, our contacts. 7, passwords, the passwords. Use a password manager app like 1Password. This gives you as many different passwords as you need and remembers them for you. You'll never a password again. Well, very interesting. Una aplicació que te ordena, te analitza, te dona unes contrasenyes. Molt bé. Like 1Password. Very good. Then I'm going to look for a password manager. Y no me falta una. I have loads of passwords and I never remember them. Because if you have too many passwords, you'll never, and if you use one of these apps, you'll never forget. Me te olvidarás de ellas, thanks to these passwords. Very good. I didn't know that. No sabía ni que existía eso. Number 8, email marketing. If you get too many emails from companies and organizations, don't delete them. Unsubscribe. It should only take a few seconds. Just on the unsubscribe link at the bottom of the email. Then what do we have to do? We have to click on the unsubscribe message. Click. Very good. It's a verb to click. Señalar, hacer un clic en el link unsubscribe. Number 9. Email accounts. Email accounts. Never more than 2 email accounts, work and personal. For most people, 1 should be enough. Then, what could be the recommendation? Never set up, nunca empieces 2 cuentas, nunca establezcas 2 cuentas. Set up a business, ahora es que era set up, empezar a tener un negocio, set up a new business, set up a company. Well, let's move on number 10. Desktop, background or wallpaper. A simple background or wallpaper for your screens. This will improve your productivity and attention span more than you think. Then it's important to, what's important? To choose, yeah, edited. It's important to choose, yeah, a simple background or wallpaper. Then no distractions on your screens. And the last one, we only have 1 missing, that is recycle. So entonces queda una, recycle. Then all digital devices. If you've been using technology for any length of time, you probably have a small collection of devices that you no longer use: cameras, memory sticks, MP3 players, and mobiles. If you can't give them to somebody who would use them, recycle all devices properly. Recicla de manera adecuada. Well, I think they are good advice, good tips to organize, to tidy up our digital life. I would like to focus on important vocabulary that appeared by using suffixes. Please focus on exercise D, search text. This one I'm going to show you on the screen. Here it is. Search a text, then pause the video and search a text. Find 5 words with the prefix "an" to complete the tips. Remember that the prefix "an" means a negative. Significa no, es negativo. And then, tip 1. What do you think? Why should you have hundreds of or emails? Then why should you have hundreds of unopened, then emails por abrir, or very good, unanswered? Then de un verbo, ¿lo veis? Hacemos el adjetivo que no están abiertos ni contestados. Son negativos. ¿Vale? Son negativos. El an significa que no, por abrir y por contestar. Very good. Number 2, let's see. Software or apps that you don't use. Then what do you have to do with software or apps that we do not use? What do we have to do? If we don't use it anymore, we don't need them, then we have to, yeah, very good, uninstall. Uninstall, desinstalar. ¿Lo veureu? No instalar, desinstalar, uninstall. Very good. Number 5, you can Facebook friends without them knowing. What do you have to do? If you don't want to keep in touch with them, then you can unfollow. Ya no puedes dejar de seguirlos, ¿no? Unfollow. Very good. And tip 8, click on the link at the bottom of the email. What do you have to do if you don't want to receive so many marketing emails? You have to click on the very good and subscribe link. Yeah. Then very important, this prefix to express negative sense, negative meaning. Yeah. Well, then if it has a negative sentence, a negative meaning, sorry, we have here more vocabulary that we are going to use with the prefix an. I'm going to read some words and you have to use in each gap, in each sentence, one of these words with the meaning, with the prefix an having a negative sense. For example, you have clear, then you have to use unclear. Comfortable, you have to use uncomfortable. Do, you have to undo. Friend, unfriend. Unhelpful, unknown, unlock, and unread. Then, very strange, yeah? Pause the video, pare el video, and do it at home, and later on we'll correct. But pause the video, yeah? Do it at home on your own, please. So, after pausing, number 1, let's see which word did you decide to write down. Number 1, why do you have over 100 emails? Why do you have over 100? What did you write down? Very good. Unread. Why do you have over 100 unread emails? 100 emails por leer, unread. Very good. 2. If you want to what you've done, press Ctrl plus Z. Ctrl Z. If you want to, si vuelvo a recuperar, desfer, el que había fet, deshacer, negativo, undo, very good, undo. When you have a shirt, una camisa, y voleu llevarse el botó, es undo your button, també. Ahí es desfer, undo. 3. What's the difference between to unfollow and to somebody on Facebook? What's the difference between to unfollow and to unfriend? Es la que lo odies, ¿no? Somebody on Facebook. Very good. Number 4. I can't my phone. I've forgotten my password. Then if you don't know the password, you don't know how to unlock. Molt bé. ¿Qué es unlock? El móvil que se bloquea. No puedo desbloquear, Unlock. Because I don't know the password. 5. The IT support person was very... I still can't print anything. Todavía no puedo ni imprimir nada. Es decir, que la persona que está atendiendo al público, de ayuda al público, de atención, was very unhelpful. En castellano igual. Unhelpful. Number 6. I didn't answer the phone because it said caller. I didn't answer the phone because it said caller. The person who is calling is unclear. No està molt clar qui està cridant, no? Remitente. Qui està tocant per telèfon no està molt clar. Llamada sospechosa seria. Number 7. I can set up the new router. The instructions are really... Oh, sorry, no, unclear is this one. The instructions are not clear and the person, who is calling is unknown. Persona desconocida, esto sí que es. De persona desconocida, and the instructions are unclear, poco claras. And the last one, I hate earphones. I find them really uncomfortable, molt bé, incòmodos, uncomfortable. Then please focus on these interesting graphics that we never use them. No utilitzem molt, però està molt bé per expressar algo negatiu. Unread, que no leemos, undo, deshacer, unfriend, ya no es amigo, unlock, desbloquear, unhelpful, de poca ayuda, unknown, desconocido, unclear, nada claro, and uncomfortable, incómodo. Well, we started today and last day. I would like to tell you something. Yeah, we started talking about digital detox and the importance on certain tips about how to organize our digital life. At the end of the unit, we're going to deal with a very important writing, how to write an article, but not a common article that appears on a newspaper or in a magazine. You have to write an article trying to explain the advantages and disadvantages of a topic, de ventajas y inconvenientes. These advantages and disadvantages is more a B2 level, but it appeared in the book and I'm going to explain. Please don't write until the following week because my inbox is full of homework to correct. Clear? Then everybody have to go on the writing bank. I don't remember the name and going to I don't remember the page, sorry. Yeah, it's here, sorry. Then we're going to move on to writing on page 195. Writing an article. But what kind of article? Advantages and disadvantages. Ventajas, inconvenientes. And which is the topic? The topic is write an article about the advantages and disadvantages of smartphones. We have speaking on that. Recordo que farem speaking, un monòleg. Then you have the advantages and disadvantages very clear. Then everybody go on page 195. And you have here number 9, an article, advantages and disadvantages. And in this sample you have Wikipedia, for, a favor, and against, en contra, advantages and disadvantages. Then I'm going to read and you will notice that you have some words are highlighted, are underlined in red. Why do you think? Because they have a mistake. They are wrong. Then I'm going to read the text and I would like you to go correcting these words. Then I'm going to read and you go correcting the underlined words. Ready? Well, let's read. Wikipedia is an online encyclopedia. It has become the main information source for millions of people every day. It is a wonderful resource, but it has both advantages and disadvantages. The first advantage of Wikipedia is that it has information about more or less everything, and information is easy to find. Secondly, Wikipedia usually gives a good basic introduction to a topic. Thirdly, it gives links and references to other sources, so it's easy to find out more if you want to. On the other hand, there is also disadvantages. For example, information on Wikipedia is sometimes inaccurate. which is a problem if it's your only information source. Also, you don't know who has written the articles. It may be an expert, but it may be an amateur, and sometimes there is a personal or political bias. To conclusion, if you're looking for information, Wikipedia is an excellent place to start, but it shouldn't be your only source. It's important to get your information from other places too. Well, did you go correcting? Yeah? What's wrong? I love this text. M'encanta l'estructura que utilitza en aquest exemple. Mireu, introducció, pàrrafo de advantage, d'avantatges, en uns linking words molt facilets. The first advantage, secondly, and thirdly. Paràgraf de les disadvantages, un connector de contrast, després tenim un altre, also, ¿vale? I suporta, recolza esa idea. And the last one, the conclusion. I love it. I like the way it is explained. Well, Wikipedia is online encyclopedia. What's wrong? Very good. And online. Online, it starts with vowel, then an online encyclopedia. Number 2, millions of people every day. What's wrong? Of course, it's spelling mistakes. Millions of people, millions, with double L. Number 3, Wikipedia usually gives a good basic introduction to a topic. What's wrong? Well, spelling, usually double L too. Very good. Usually double L. Number 4, this is a linking word to show contrast, but it's wrong. On the other hand, always on the one hand, on the other hand. We use on, not in. Por el contrario, por otra parte, on the other hand, very important. Number 5, there is also disadvantages. Very bad. Disadvantages is plural. Then there are disadvantages. Plural. Let's see number 6. It's a problem if it's your only information resource. We need the apostrophe for the verb. I don't like contractions with an article. I think that the for and against, advantages and disadvantages article should be more formal. Then I would not use contractions here. Number 7, what do you think? Also, you don't know who has. What's missing? It has spelling mistake. Very good. Written, double T. Written, el participio es el único que lleva dos T's. Hay gente que me escribe writing en dos T's. No. Write, infinitivo, una T. Writing, gerundio, una T. And we only double in the past participle. Solo se dobla en el participio. Also, you don't know who has written the articles. It may be an expert, an amateur, and sometimes there is a personal or political bias. Hay una influencia ahí política. And inaccurate, I like this word. Poco veraz, inaccurate. Number 8, To conclusion, no. In conclusion or to conclude. Dan is det ficar um to, det ficar in conclusion or to conclude. And then in conclusion, se fica o to conclude, para concluir. In conclusion, if you're looking for information, no, if you are looking for information, it shouldn't be the only source. It's important after adjectives, después de adjetivos, ¿cómo van los verbos? It's important, very good, to get your information from other places too. Then after adjective, después de adjetivos, to más infinitivo. It's important to get, it's easy to get this information, it's difficult to find a biased information, then very important. Then we have these are the corrections. Well, you in the proposal are going to be asked to write an article for and against about the use of smartphones, but I would like to extend more information on the structure and the linking words you are going to use. Then, when you have a for and against, you have to think about advantages and disadvantages. For example, what are the 3 advantages of Wikipedia? Well, it has information about more or less everything. It's easy to find, yeah, and it gives you a basic and important introduction. I would always find out 3 advantages, 3 disadvantages, and the conclusion. What are, well, here 2 disadvantages. The information is sometimes inaccurate, no es muy veraz, and you do not know who wrote it down. No sabeu qui, if it's an expert or an amateur. Then, what do you think? Is the writer for or against Wikipedia? For Wikipedia. More advantages than disadvantages. Then you have to do the same every time you think about writing an article or an essay for and against. Then you have to write a similar article about smartphones. Then think about advantages. It's quick, it's good for emergencies. You have many electronic devices in one. And disadvantages, for example, you can be addicted to that. To suffer from nomophobia. What else? We are losing face-to-face communication. Then think about what to say regarding advantages and what to say regarding disadvantages. And I prepared this. Writing about advantages and disadvantages. Very important, listing the advantages. Then, firstly, secondly, and thirdly. Then you have to list the disadvantages. On the other hand, there are also some disadvantages. For instance, for example, also, and of course, to end it up, conclusion. In conclusion, to sum up, I think this is very clear, but I would like to extend a little. I prepared this for you. How to write an article expressing advantages and disadvantages. First of all, we have to think about it's an article. An article, it appears in a newspaper or a magazine. Then try to start the introduction with a catchy sentence that show interest. You have to make the reader be interested in your article. Then that's why it says It's an article then. You have to write an interesting title. You have to attract readers' attention, engage his or her interest. Then in the introduction, you have to give the topic. For example, have you ever done anything like this? Or have you ever heard anything like this? Something interesting in the introduction. And how could we think about the layout? Well, this could be the layout more or less. Paragraph plan. Paragraph 1, as always, is the introduction. You have to introduce the topic you are going to talk about. Present topic without giving your opinion. In articles and compositions, we may use any of the following techniques to make the beginning more interesting. A reference to a scene, situation. You have to catch the reader's attention. Well, useful language. You have to list and add points. Very important linking words in the first place, to start, to begin with, secondly, thirdly, finally, furthermore, moreover, besides, very important linking words. Paragraph 2, you have to state the arguments in favor. Then you have to list the advantages and examples. You have to justify these advantages. Then, what can we write to introduce or list advantages? The main or the most important advantage, another important advantage, or it is often suggested, believed, or argued that, or many people are in favor of or are convinced that, and a sentence. We can also to introduce the examples or the reasons or the results of what we are saying. For example, for instance, such as or like. These are the examples. To express the reasons for these reasons, therefore, because, as a result, then, or to show contrast. Nevertheless, although, even though, despite, then you have to use these linking words. Oh, I think it's not okay. What's missing? I think that we need paragraph 3. Where is paragraph 3? Oh my God, I don't know where it is. Oh, I said, I thought here it's paragraph 3. Oh my God, I thought it had disappeared. Thanks God. Then paragraph 3, you have to show, you have to tell about the arguments against. What are the disadvantages? And as always, justify and give examples. Then, to introduce a disadvantage, you have to express contrast then, to show contrast. On the other hand, however, nevertheless, although, then you have to start with the disadvantages. And the last paragraph, of course, is going to be the conclusion. It's a summary of the topic. You can express your opinion if you want to. Then to introduce a conclusion, you have to start a conclusion, to conclude, to sum up, taking everything into account, very important. Then I think it's very clear, this structure, and if you want to, I can send you by mail at the end of the class, and then you can take into account this. Then this is the layout you have to follow. Moreover, I'm going to send you by mail an example, an article, advantages and disadvantages, useful linking words and expressions. I have divided into different purposes, and if you want to list points, which are the useful linking words, if you want to list advantages, disadvantages, to introduce points or arguments for, to add more points on the same topic, to make contrasting points, to introduce the disadvantages. Then you have to introduce examples, to emphasize a point, very important, to make general statements, to make partially correct statements, to clarify a point. Then you have to express cause, effect, and intention or purpose, and the conclusion. All these useful sentences to write a conclusion. Then, with all these, you have to do this task. Remember, the writing assignment, esta tasca la por favor envíola a partir del 14 o 10 de March, because I have my inbox full of emails to correct. Then, this is the proposal. Then the article must be called Smartphones, Essential for Modern Life. And the introduction is done for you. Ya vos la donen así, la introducción. Most people today have a smartphone, but are they really essential for modern life? I think there are both advantages and disadvantages. Then if you have the introduction, now you have to state 2 or 3 advantages on paragraph 2, 2 or 3 disadvantages on paragraph 3, and you have to write the conclusion that it's the kind of answer to the question. In conclusion, say you think smartphones are essential for modern life or not. And please use the linking words I'm going to attach you, very important. And with this, we finish today's class. Then you have the writing assignment, and we finish here with this. Then remember, we have corrected quantifiers. I'm going to send you another grammar quantifiers, and I'm going to send you all the necessary layout, linking words for you to write this article. Well, take care, happy weekend, and see you next Tuesday.